Let's start with our top story. Hong Kong firefighters close to completing their search of 7 burnt-out apartment towers after fires now known to have killed at least 94 people. Dozens of survivors remain in hospital, with hundreds more left homeless. As a criminal investigation continues into the cause of the disaster, our China correspondent Minmin joins us now from an evacuation center in Hong Kong. And of course, hundreds have been displaced, Minmin.
That's right. It's a chilly morning here, and we are actually near a neighborhood estate that is just across from the scene of the fire. And you can still see there are a couple of apartment units that seems to still be burning. We're seeing smoke billowing out as well. And that is despite the fire department saying that they would have everything under control overnight. They did say that once the fire subsides, they would be making forceful entry into every single unit to just look for anybody that's still trapped. And that's supposed to be complete by 9 a.m., so a couple of hours from now. And we are at this evacuation center. I passed by the area and there was lots of boxes of donations, and in fact I saw a sign that says they are rejecting any further donations, so it seems like they already have sufficient items that they need, and people are just sleeping in different places. There are 9 of these evacuation centers or shelters that the government say they will keep open until the residents no longer need them. But the longer term plan, the government said they have identified about 1,800 units across Hong Kong that could serve as transitional housing in the longer term, and some hotels are also participating to provide temporary housing for now as well. The chief executive John Lee did visit the site of the fire yesterday, and he announced about 10,000 Hong Kong dollars for each affected family, but that's just about $1,300 and really quite meager if you consider that the living cost in Hong Kong is extremely high. He talked about concessions for public transport fares, but these are really minor things to cheer about given the enormity of the losses here.
Minmin, it's heartening to see this outpouring of support, as you say, at these evacuation centers. But talk to us about, have we learned anything further about how the blaze got so bad?
Yes, and this is a thing I think many residents would feel quite frustrated about, because at the press conference yesterday, there was focus on the financial help given, but not enough reflection on the cause of the fire. And yes, John Lee was pledging to completely phase out bamboo scaffolding in Hong Kong, which would be a step up from the previous move to just require about 50% of public works to replace bamboo scaffolding with metal ones. But still, some residents are saying this is perhaps diverting the issue from the crux of the matter, which is the inspections, the enforcement, who should be accountable for them, because the Labour Department said they did inspect the site of the renovation as recently as last week, and they did find the substandard materials there, and yet why wasn't any change being made ahead of the fire? So who should be responsible for that? And a task force has been started to just look into a corruption investigation. So it seems like they are suspecting some sort of irregularity in the contracting process or in oversight. So that's something to keep an eye out for. But yes, residents are still demanding answers, because many people online are saying that it's not the bamboo scaffolding that is the matter, because there are the green mesh that are covering the scaffolding, the styrofoam boards sealing the windows, the plastic tarpaulin. These are things that shouldn't be present at the site at all, and it's the non-compliant materials that are at fault, because Hong Kong has been using this bamboo scaffolding for over a century, and some people are really proud of this intangible heritage.